all of your dreams can manifest for you when you have the desire, the belief, and the commitment behind that. And you also have the pure intentions of wanting those things to happen, of wanting your dreams to become reality, and also sticking with it. Even when sometimes it feels like you are the only one who believes, sometimes when it feels like things are just not going right, know that they are shaping out to work in your greatest good in the very end. And, you know, don't be afraid to also like to pivot, to do things in a different way, to approach things from a different direction. And today for the empowerment card, I got manifestation. And this one was so exciting. I love this card, and I also feel like, well, I'll read it and then I'll explain more about it. But it says, your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. So like I said, when you have the desire and the passion, you have the belief and the trust, like the deep inner knowing, even when, like I said, it doesn't look like anything is happening and it doesn't look like anything is changing, but you have this core belief within you that, you know, you feel like it's just going to work out and that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Follow that gut feeling. And it doesn't have to make sense to everybody, and it won't make sense to everybody. And sometimes even explaining it will make it sound a little bit crazier to other people, but that's okay. Because, you know, if they don't understand it, they don't have to. They don't have to be along for like that part of the journey, and that's okay. And, you know, part of this manifestation message reminded me of the movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And it's like the live action one with Jim Carrey, because that one is my favorite. And I was thinking about, you know, how Cindy Lou Who was so adamant about bringing the Grinch down for Christmas and getting everybody together for Christmas. And then even, you know, even though the mayor was like, nope, he'll never come down, like this is never gonna work out. And, you know, even when like the Grinch was like tearing stuff up, which rightfully so he was, like they were so mean to him, but you know, he really took it to an extreme and then like stole all the presents and ruined Christmas. But like, I feel like even though Cindy Lou Who, she had those setbacks, she was still, you know, going to see the Grinch. She was still like saying that he won an award and that he, you know, had to come down for the competition with like the pudding and stuff. And she just tried to integrate him so hard. Like she really put in work like the entire movie. I feel like all of that is just a testament to like her faith and just like how, you know, if you really want something bad enough, it can pay off. Like even though it is just a movie. And, you know, whatever happened could have happened, but I love that movie so much. And, you know, it also, I think, obviously towards the end, they realize that, you know, Christmas cannot be ruined. Christmas cannot be touched because it isn't about the presents. It's about like being around the people that you love. And, you know, I feel like the Grinch had that revelation, the Who's had that revelation. And finally, everything that Cindy was working towards started making sense to everybody else, because at the beginning everyone was like, no, like the Grinch is not coming down, like that's never gonna happen. And you know, they didn't have really anything good to say about him except for, what was her name, Martha, his like little girlfriend when he was little. But yeah, she's still, so that's a really good movie. And I love that because like I said, the message of just believing and having that trust even when nobody else around you believes. It doesn't look like anything is working out and things can look like they're just falling apart. Still put the work in. And again, shift, pivot, approach things from a different direction if you need to. Do something slightly different, but make sure that you are still staying committed and you still have that direction and that intention to do exactly what, you know, whatever that goal is. Again, whether it is getting like a bunch of family members together for the holidays, and, you know, that can be a feat within itself, of course. And, you know, getting everybody together in one place. So like maybe that is your dream. Maybe it's a goal to, I don't know, set up a holiday party at your work, or, you know, do something else, set something else up, you know, with a bunch of people, because that can be really hard. And I think like we learned in the Grinch, a lot of people can have a lot of different ideas about that. But just remember to keep going no matter what, because you are more powerful than you think. And I believe like when you have that belief and you have that trust in yourself, despite what other people are saying, like quiet that stuff. And even in the Grinch, like Cindy didn't really let that get to her. Of course, she was like a little bit down, but she was like, okay, like how can I snap back from this? And what else can I do to convince the Grinch to come down here? So just keep going and, you know, think of things a different way. Don't let it keep you down, and don't let it allow you to give up on your dreams, because you have that dream for a reason. And, you know, even if you try to give up on it, And I can think of so many other like TV shows and movies where, you know, where even in like like the kids had that setback when like Pennywise was going to defeat them, and then they broke up for a while. And like if they actually broke up and, you know, they didn't come back together and they didn't try to defeat Pennywise, I think he would have, I don't even know what would have happened. He would have come back in 27 years, but I think he would have just eaten a bunch more people. But yeah, just make sure that, you know, whatever you have to do to convince yourself, to instill that belief within yourself and to keep that as strong as possible, that you can achieve whatever you want to. Again, when you have the commitment, the desire and the passion, the excitement to do that thing, try to stay excited even when other people are trying to bring you down. I know it can be really hard, and of course I speak from experience too, that it can be really hard to be excited when other people are telling you not to be excited about it. But try to keep that, you know, harness that within yourself, like as like a little tiny egg, and like try to nurture it as much as you can, along with like your hope for that thing and your intentions, you know, of why you're focusing on that goal in the first place. And, you know, it's going to all work out at the right time for you. You're going to see it grow and transform and, you know, really become your reality, because, you know, at some point it'll no longer be just a dream to you. It'll become your reality. And I feel like that is a little bit what like I'm experiencing right now, which is really exciting. And, you know, it's something that I've been working on for years and years, like with my jewelry. And, you know, it's finally like, I'm feeling good about it. So just keep going and know that, even think about like the other times where you have tried and wanted something so bad and felt like it wasn't working out. Even if it was like something smaller with like something in school, like a project in school, and you know that project ended up going really well because you didn't give up on it. So just keep reminding yourself, like, or even come back to this, write things down, write down affirmations that like you can do it. You know, you have that ambition for a reason, and that is meant for you for a reason. You just need to keep going, and you just need to keep believing in yourself. Again, if nobody else does, the universe is going to be with you, and it is going to like pave a path for you as long as you stay committed and you stay, you know, focused on that thing that you want to do. Just stay aligned. Just stay with it, because whatever you're doing, I know that people are going to need it. So I beg you, please stay with what you're doing. And that is today's empowerment message. I really hope it was helpful for you. I really love this message, and I feel this so strongly. So whoever needed to hear it, I really hope it helps you. And I will hopefully be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday with another message. And yeah, that is that. Watch some other ones too if you feel like there's something you need to hear. I've got a lot of good ones from the past month or so. So yeah, I hope I see you next time. Bye for now.